Hello everyone and welcome to Aikens Ford Arena as the UGA Ice Dawgs host the Alabama Frozen Tide in tonight's matchup. Alabama coming into Athens looking to rebound from their 3-1 loss last night to the Ice Dawgs. I'm here with Ryan Canning. Ryan, what are your keys to tonight's game?
Yeah, our keys to tonight's game, the first one's going to be prevent turnovers. The UGA turned over the puck a few times last night, led to some solid scoring opportunities for Alabama, and eventually they did put one of those in the back of the net in the first period off of a shot and a tip in front of the net. Our second one tonight is going to be get the puck out of the zone. Again, that's also the same thing with the turnovers. We can't just get the puck off the glass and just lead it back into the neutral zone for Alabama to retain possession and then quickly back enter the offensive zone. Our third one today is going to be shoot the puck. It's the same starting goaltender last night, Perry Jacobs. UGA had a lot of scoring opportunities with shots, rebounds. Unfortunately, not many rebound opportunities were put into the back of the net last night. A lot of them came off of 2-on-1s, and they also just came out of straight shots. But then again, both goalies played it spectacular last night. I'm looking for strong performances out of both Perry Jacobs and Isaac Hagan of the Ice Dawgs. And yeah, it should be a great game.
Yeah, we'll see if Georgia can complete the two-game sweep in this weekend set. Ren Grimsley and Nick Erickson on the call in just a few moments.
Welcome back to Aikens Ford Arena. Hello, everybody. I'm Nick Erickson alongside Rem Grimsley for the second game in the finale in this weekend's series rivalry between the Georgia Ice Dawgs and the Alabama Frozen Tide. Ren, a very physical game last night. Do you think we will see it again tonight?
I definitely think so. I think that both these teams are a little mad from last night. There was, like you said, a lot of physicality. Alabama really wants a win here today, and I think they're going to push and shove their way and hope that they can get really aggressive and make this Ice Dawgs team uncomfortable. and Georgia might do the same.
Well, an interesting game that we will see coming up. Puck drop is only moments away, but before so, we will take it down to ice side for a pregame ceremony. We'll be back.
Number 33, Parks Wallace. And in the net tonight, number 32, Harry Jacobs. The Frozen Tide are coached by head coach Mike Fairbanks and assisted by Will Z. And now for the winners of last night's matchup and the home team, your UGA Ice Dawgs. Starting at forward, number 18, Evan Moore. Also at forward, number 12, Zachary Knoll. And number 16, Spencer Watson. Starting on defense, number 9, Graham Bear. Number 2, Owen Larson. And in the net for the Ice Dawgs, number 40, Isaac Augen. The Ice Dawgs are led by head coach John Camp. He is assisted by Todd Miller, Steve Beneke, Brian Testino, and Cole Jacobs. Dogs fans, give a round of applause. Now please welcome our youth player captain of the game from the Northeast Georgia Hockey Association, Grace Green. Grace is 15 and wears jersey number 0. She plays forward and has been playing hockey since 2024. Thanks, Grace. At this time, we ask everyone who is able to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats, and veterans, we invite you to salute as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you all. Dogs fans, are you ready for your UGA Ice Dawgs undefeated in Aikens Ford Arena this year? Make some noise.
They're starting one.
Did you notice that they start the starters that they announced were the second line?
Yeah, I did.
So is that the first start?
I think so.
It's likely for matchup purposes.
We take you back up to the broadcast booth in Aikens Ford Arena. We are moments away from puck drop. And here is the first line out. This is Zachary Knoll's line to take the opening face-off. And the Dogs will win it. Georgia has it in their zone. They'll try to chip it up the neutral zone. Dogs lose it. Frozen Tide have it. Owens trying to get it over to his teammate and Brady Gentile. Gentile tries to dump and chases it. Tide have it behind the net. They circle the right point. Tide have it on the left side. Wallace tries to get it to his teammate but can't, but finds somebody open on the left circle. Dogs defense tries to get it away from him. Georgia has it. They'll chip it out to the neutral zone.
And that second line for Georgia starting today, like you mentioned, Evan Moore, Zach Knoll, and Spencer Watson. After that first line had a great night last night, scoring all 3 goals for Georgia.
Yeah, and another interesting note on that is all 3 of those goals by Bailey and Conway and Parente, all 3 of them are seniors. So the seniority really leading this group. And we'll see if they can do it here tonight. And speaking of Bailey, he's on the ice. Their line will see if they can find the success that they did last night. Georgia unable to get anything past their blue line as the Tide will get a shot on net. And Haugen, with his first stop of the game, didn't know where the puck was, but sits on it for the first stoppage.
Yeah, shots were about even last night. I think Georgia had maybe one more than Alabama did. And I think a big strategy for Alabama coming into this game is going to be just getting shots on net. Their one goal was a tip in from the blue line, so they got to figure if they can just put some stuff on net and not shoot it wide as much, they might get a lucky one.
As there's a shot that's tipped out, and that'll go out of play. Ren, I'm curious to see if Georgia's going to be or continue to be aggressive on the post-faceoff shots. We saw last night that they weren't really setting a lot up after the faceoff, just being super aggressive and slapping it right after the faceoff. We'll see if they do that tonight. I'm not sure.
That seemed to be a strategy for both teams. We know Georgia did it last season too, and Bama had a couple good chances doing that very same thing.
Well, the Dogs have it behind their net, trying to get it to Parente along the right side. Couldn't find his teammate in Conway. Frozen Tide have it along the left circle. That shot's off the post. A close call. And almost an early goal for the Frozen Tide. I think the Dogs were caught off guard. I know I was. As the Frozen Tide see some opportunities early. Fink has it along the left circle. He'll try to get it over across the blue line. As an Alabama defender falls, the puck goes off, and it'll be an offside warning for Alabama. Bailey has it. He'll try to dump it. It'll go out of play. So Georgia trying to get the line changed.
A much slower start than we saw last night, where Georgia had a couple early chances, none of them successful until later on. But you got to figure both these teams had such an aggressive night last night that we come in here and say that, yeah, they're going to be more aggressive, but maybe both these teams are just a little tired and fatigued from last night, that they might come out to a slow start, which seems to be what we're seeing so far here in the first 2.5 minutes.
We go back to ice side. Face-off will be held at the center. As we see Kerrigan's third line is out there, with Sirota on the right wing. Dogs win the face-off. Puck tips off a Sirota skate, and it'll go all the way down into Alabama territory. Fighting for it along the right side. The Tide will get up, trying to get something going, but Dylan Warmath will shut that down quickly. That puck dumped into the Alabama zone. It'll be chased by Sirota, but can't get there in time. And Alabama will chug up the ice on a 3-on-2. Here come the Tide. As that puck is put right into the chest of Haugen, an easy stop.
And this third line, we were talking off camera before the game about how scrappy this third line is with Sirota and Kerrigan, and now Dylan Punzenberger joining them on the ice on that line. Last night it was Robert Talker. And Punzenberger, a veteran who's been playing for the Ice Dawgs for quite some time now. Perhaps he can provide a little leadership to these two new guys.
Along with a lot of seniors on this team, there seems to also be a lot of young talent, sophomores, a couple freshmen. And it's always good to see the senior guys leading their new group. So that puck will be shot into the Georgia bench, almost hits somebody as they try to get something going in the neutral zone, but they'll throw it away, and we'll have a face-off in Georgia territory on the right side.
Things going well for Alabama early on, spent a majority of the ice time in their offensive zone. You can just simply look at the ice and tell that there's been a lot more skating on that end than on the end that Georgia's trying to score on.
And well, Alabama wins the faceoff. A nice tip in front of the net. Almost goes 5-hole on Haugen, but Haugen comes up with a paddle stop. Georgia tries to get it out, unable to set anything up, but they'll try again with Owen Larson. Dogs have it. Georgia has it in their own zone. Brandon Ing has it. Bama really battling with this Georgia team in their zone. It looks like Georgia might be a little gassed here as the Tide will elect to try to shoot it, but it's blocked out in front, and Georgia unable to get the offensive rush going. Well, Ren, we haven't really seen a full-on Georgia offensive rush here yet.
No, this Alabama forecheck has really been giving this Georgia team some struggles so far.
Cavana has it. He'll try to find the cross-crease pass, and Peter Kelly unable to, and Cavana gets a big hit. That shot is shot just high of the crossbar. No chance for Haugen to get something on it. That shot is shot just wide left of the net. The Dogs getting some close calls here. Schweitzer has it. He'll shoot it. Rebound, he scores. Well, the Frozen Tide have been controlling this offensive zone the entire game, and Peter Kelly buries that one off the rebound, and the Frozen Tide will have a 1-0 lead early in this first period.
Yeah, we saw this last night, Alabama getting up early as well, 1-0, and you got to figure that was going to happen eventually just by looking at the body language and the speed of this Georgia team right now. They look pretty tired, I cannot lie. And Alabama seems to have a pep in their step and just able to get a nice rebound there and net one in.
Well, Conway's line is out right now with Parente and Bailey. They'll try to get something going with their senior leadership. If the Tide win the draw, and they'll try to get right back down into the offensive zone. If you missed last night's D3 game and didn't go over to the D3 channel, a very exciting win last night as they won in a shootout. So a sweep yesterday of Georgia winning both games against Alabama and D3 falling to the Frozen Tide earlier today. And Georgia's D1 team trying to complete the sweep as that paddled by Haugen. Puck in the Georgia zone. Kerrigan tries to get it. That shot almost put high in the top left corner of the net, but it's just wide, and a lot of missed shots here. Not a lot of quality shots I'm seeing from Alabama. We saw the same thing last night. Nonetheless, they're on the board early off of a rebound, and I mean, if you're Haugen, you got to limit the rebounds. Nice chip over to Bailey along the right side as Bama will take possession over it. Truman Haugen retreats, and there's a whistle on the ice.
And not a whole lot of great chances for Alabama. I mean, they were able to get a nice rebound and put one in the back of the net, but you got to look at 7 shots on goal compared to Georgia's 0 so far. And also, Alabama just seems to be playing really well and really dialed in. You saw Luke Ellis there with a pickpocket on Truman Haugen right behind Isaac Haugen to able to get some more shots on net.
Well, here's one of the first offensive zone face-offs for Georgia in quite some time. We'll see what they can do with this possession. They lose the face-off, and the Frozen Tide will head right back up the ice with it. Kerrigan tries to keep it in. His efforts aren't enough. Dylan Warmath goes to the defensive zone, and they'll call icing. So Georgia will have another chance in the offensive zone.
Georgia really needs to win this face-off here if they want to get something going and get Alabama to feel any sort of pressure at all, because right now nothing's happening.
I think this would be the time to, shoot pucks on net right after that face-off like we've been seeing, just to get some shots off and, test Jacobs early. There's a great poke by Stewart to try to keep the puck in the zone. Unable to, and Warmath will have it in their own end. Dogs will scramble for it, unable to settle the puck, and the Tide will go up the ice with it, fight in neutral zone. And there'll be an offside whistle, it looks like.
Right now, Georgia's needing to catch their breath for a second. Really,
we're almost halfway through this first period already, and I mean, it's mostly just been dominated by the Alabama offense. I mean, their forecheck has been great, like you said, Ren, and just Georgia needing to get something going. Puck dumped into the zone. Haugen will make a glove stop, and there'll be a face-off on the right side.
and I think based on, I don't want to keep harping on it, but based on energy levels alone, I think Georgia's a little lucky that it's not already more than 1-0.
Ren, what does this Georgia defense need to do in order to support the offense and get something going to get on the scoreboard?
I think they just simply need zone time and get some shots on goal. They still haven't applied any pressure to Jacobs, the goalie for Alabama. Just a nice solid clear with the puck and keeping it in their offensive zone.
Georgia so far has 9 turnovers already, and that's something you don't want to see if you're on the offense. McAvoy has it in the corner all alone. And a great keeping attempt by Baird along the left side. Baird has it. He'll step in. That shot is tipped out in front by McAvoy, but unable to get past the goaltender and Jacobs. Dogs have it, and it'll be chipped out into the neutral zone. That pass attempt to Kerrigan on the right side fails, or excuse me, McAvoy. Oh, and a nice move by Nolde, trying to get past the defender there. Noel will get it over to his defenseman and Ryan Miller, but that puck will be deflected out of play and we'll have another whistle.
And some good effort there finally. You saw Graham Baird there with a nice move. Just little things like that can sort of get Georgia's mentality back in the game.
Here's the draw on the offensive zone. Oh, and a nice shot right off the faceoff like we've been talking about, Ren. And, I mean, that's Spencer Watson, the senior forward, just trying to get some momentum going for Georgia. And a nice wrister, but unable to get it past the goaltender and Perry Jacobs. We'll get another draw. Alabama will win it. Watson applying pressure, tries to keep it in, but tumbles to the ice. Alabama has it. The forward will fall. Truman Haugen with a good defensive back check to try to get the puck away from him. The Frozen Tide have it along the right side. It'll squirt out into the neutral zone. And now Bill Martin will have it behind the net. He'll try to set something up. Martin tries to find the covered man in the neutral zone. And they'll try again. Martin behind the net to Haugen, who will try to get it up. Tide keep it in, and that's a tip shot. A nice save by Haugen there. Settling the puck, as it looked like it might have been a changeup thrown at him, but he gets the right pad on it. Ooh, and another close attempt from the Frozen Tide. The puck's jumping, Ren.
Absolutely, and Isaac Haugen had a really great game yesterday. After that first period, he was completely dialed in and did not let anything get past him. And so far, we're seeing similar stuff. He got left out to dry a little bit on that first goal, but every time he's had a chance to stop the puck, he's done so far in this game.
Yeah, well, Georgia was coming off of 2 losses yesterday before the win against Alabama, so morals are high for them, but just trying to get something going as Haugen will soak up another one, and we'll get another defensive zone face-off for the Dogs.
Yeah, if you look at record, I mean, they came into this series 1-4, and if they can come out of this series only 1 game under 500, I'd say that's a very good thing for this Georgia team.
Well, Georgia wins it, and they'll try to get it out of the zone, but that attempt fails, and the Frozen Tide really applying the pressure on the forecheck and trying to keep it in the zone. Scrambling for it. It's Conway's line as Parente's out there. Parente will get it in the neutral zone. He'll chug down the ice, tries to find an open teammate, and Conway unable to. Bailey over to Conway, and that shot is tipped. Rebound is Conway's shot is blocked out in front. Conway will get it. Jacobs tips it into the corner. Parente trying to apply the back pressure, unable to. That puck goes out of play. We'll have a whistle.
And I love that idea there by Declan Conway to pass the puck across the ice, looking for his line partner, Evan Parente, as we saw a similar goal that last night, but it was a pass to Declan Conway across the crease, and he was able to net one in to take the lead for Georgia.
Yeah, Conway and Parente work really well together, and that is exactly why Georgia's coach puts them on the same line, and we'll see if they can get some magic going here. Georgia has it. Bailey will try to find the centering pass to Parente. He's unable to. Parente circles the right circle. He'll throw it towards the net into the glove of Jacobs for another stoppage.
I'm thinking Parente might have thought there was a chance of it getting tipped there, because not a high-velocity shot there, and pretty easy save for Jacobs.
Kind of a desperation throw at the net, trying to get lucky on something, unable to, and Georgia will get the line change. Alabama unable to change lines in the defensive zone. And this third line, the scrappy line, is out in Kerrigan. And that's Owen Larson and Ryan Miller on defense that you see on the left and right side of your screen. That shot is tipped out in front, almost over the netting, and that shot is blocked. Punzenberger returning to the lineup tonight. The Wayzata, Minnesota native. The 5'11 senior forward coming back after injury, or the healthy scratch, last night, trying to make an impact. Kerrigan has it. He almost gets the shot off the face-off, but is taken down by the Alabama defenders. Tide will wrap it around, but a nice keep in by Miller. Miller has it. He'll try to shoot it towards Kerrigan, but can't find his stick. Larson has it in the neutral zone, and Georgia will elect to dump. Jacobs has it behind the net, and he'll settle it for Wallace. Kerrigan has it, tries to get something going, can't settle the puck, but a nice keep in by Larson, trying to find the open man in Punzenberger in the bottom left corner. A little scrimmage forward in the offensive zone. Georgia trying to get something on it. Ooh, and then Punzenberger can't get the tape on it quick enough. A nice keep in there by Larson. Georgia, the left corner. Kerrigan trying to find the open man, can't. And we'll head back down the ice as Luke Ellis gets the puck out for Alabama. Wallace tries to find the open Tide to forward. Back in the right corner, the puck will try to squirt out. Haugen has it. The defender will try to wrap around. He shoots. He scores! Haugen! Oh, baby, heads-up play. And Georgia ties it up 1-1 in the first period.
And that's just amazing leadership right there from Truman Haugen to really bring the energy. I think it's safe to say these past few minutes have overall looked very different from the first few, and Georgia looks poised and a lot more in control of this game. I mean, the past few minutes have all been in their offensive zone, and Haugen right there, I think Alabama was expecting him to pass it up from behind the goal, and I think Jacobs was thinking the same thing, and instead he just turned the corner and put it right in the net.
Yeah, well, Haugen's got a really big frame and a 6'4 defenseman, and he's got offensive capability, as he just showed us. But honestly, I've kind of been watching him that entire shift, and he just looked like he was moving around ready to do something, and he does. Bad positioning from Jacobs, and Georgia ties it even at 1. Haugen has it again. We'll drop it off to McAvoy along the left side as it squirts out, and it looks like Schul trying to get a breakaway, unable to. He'll circle back to try to find an open teammate. He can't. Puck's in the neutral zone. Who will get it? Haugen does, as the defender's playing very aggressive here early on, trying to spark something into the offense.
That was excellent effort there by Bill Martin to stop that breakaway chance for Alabama.
Fink has it along the right side. He'll dump it and try to chase it. It's behind the net as Haugen will try to throw it aside as that shot attempt is blocked out in front. Stewart along the left side lays the body. And a fight for it along the boards. The Tide come out with it, and a glove save by Haugen.
So far, very similar outcomes that we saw last night. Alabama getting up early in the first few minutes, and then only a couple minutes later, Georgia answering. Seems to be what we're seeing so far in this game as well. And if that's any omen for tonight, I think Georgia likes that omen.
Oh, well, Georgia's starting to like what they see down there on the offensive side as we get a snow break, as the team comes out to get the snow off the ice. And we'll take this time to ask Ren, do you have any football plans for tomorrow?
I do.
You do? Is that is there
Yeah,
not
I do.
going to elaborate?
Well, I'll be tailgating from about. Well, first of all, I'll wake up and do my morning run, and then I'll go.
Morning run.
Morning
Brutal.
run. Yeah, well,
Brutal. Cannot be me.
the
Let's be honest.
AFAF is coming up.
It is coming up.
Here in Athens.
All right. Okay. Are
So-
you running it then, I'm assuming?
I don't currently have a bib for
Okay.
it. But,
Okay.
the plan is to get one of those.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and then tailgating, and then I'll be going to the game. It's going to be
Nice.
super exciting. Do you have any plans?
Yeah, I think we're going to wake up and kind of, hang out in the front yard. We got a bunch of buddies coming down from Atlanta. And for anybody who's not watching in the Athens and Atlanta area, I mean, this game is probably as big as they come here this season. Alabama has not visited Georgia in 10 years. So spirits are high here in Athens. Anticipation has reached a maximum, and we are ready for tomorrow. But guess what? We have hockey.
We do have hockey.
And one thing that I do love about, college athletics is that not only is, the Alabama hockey team here, but the Alabama football team is here, and women's soccer is also playing Alabama tonight. So just the entire athletic department for Alabama traveling up to Athens at the same time. It's a pretty cool experience.
Truly is Alabama hate week for Georgia and Georgia hate week for Alabama.
Well, the Tide have it in their own zone. Cameron has it, and he'll try to dump it down to Tickle. Tickle in the corner. Georgia has it, and they'll try to find Moore, and they do. Moore has it along the left side. Tries to center that pass, unable to. Looking for Watson over there. Tide take it away in their offensive zone. Watson. Try to dump it to get a line change. He will get it off, and it'll be an icing.
And good for Bama there, now getting the puck in their offensive zone. Wanting to get that pressure back on Haugen, but taking 11 shots in this game so far. A lot higher than we saw yesterday, and limiting Georgia to 4, but at the end of the day, it's that one next to the one that really counts. A goal for each of these teams.
Well, Georgia will have to have a face-off in their own zone after the icing as the Tide will win it, and they'll shoot it over to the left side. That shot is off the pad. Rebound is kicked away by a Georgia defender. Nice heads-up play to support their goaltender. Tide trying to keep it in. And a nice hit by Baird to limit their opportunities. Shot attempt by Watson will hit a body of an Alabama defender. And here's Baird, who will take down an Alabama forward, and the fans just love it. Great attendance tonight. Bama has it along the right side. They'll put it up to the right blue line as that shot looked like it might have been deflected over to the left side. Another shot attempt is hit off the pad maybe of Haugen. And Georgia has it behind their net. They'll try to find an open offenseman. He can. Parente has it. He'll give it over to Conway, who shoots, and it's off the blocker of Jacobs. Alabama will chug up the ice now, trying to get something going on their side. That shot is just tossed into the right corner, and here comes Conway again along the left side. Conway will drop it off to Parente, who will try to center it for Bailey, but he's unable to settle the puck down. Some good opportunities for Georgia as that backhand shot is denied by Haugen, shoved into the left corner. No one wants to touch the puck. There will be a whistle call, and it looks like it'll be a hand pass.
And great effort there from Ryan Kavanaugh for Alabama, as he noticed Ryan Bailey on the other side of the ice playing really strong off-puck defense, as it would have been a really easy shot there for Ryan Bailey, who we know has a fantastic shot.
And we saw that last night as he was the opening goal, the opening act for Georgia last night, and we'll see if he can get on the board tonight. Bama wins the faceoff. They'll throw the puck into the glove of Haugen as he gets an applause from the crowd.
And on that hand pass just then, Alabama player sending it back behind the ice or behind the goal, excuse me, and Georgia. If Georgia doesn't touch it, then as soon as Alabama touches it, then it comes out of Alabama's offensive zone, and that's what you saw there. So a great play there by Georgia, but Alabama's back.
Georgia gets the puck off the face-off. That's Haugen along the left side. That puck will bounce off the left pad of Haugen. Georgia trying to get it out. It looks like Haugen will lose his footing and go down. Frozen Tide keep it in. And now Georgia will get a chance. Punzenberger along the left side tries to get something going. Georgia elects to just dump it. And Kerrigan playing really aggressive there along the Alabama defenseman, trying to possibly get an opportunity there as here comes the Tide. In and rebound, they score. And really unfortunate bounce off the pad of Haugen, and not much you can do there if you're a Georgia defender.
Yeah, all of Georgia's defenders were really jam-packed there right at the top of the crease.
And Angus Arnold will get the goal on that one, assisted off of the shot of Fink.
And that's why when your teammate has a breakaway chance, if you hang back a few seconds, you can sometimes find that rebound, as we just saw there. Arnold netting that one in.
Yeah, you know what, Ren, I was talking to you about, how Kerrigan was playing really aggressive on the offensive side when Alabama had the possession, and unfortunately it looked like their defensive positioning was just a little too aggressive on that play, maybe allowing for that 2-on-1 to happen.
Yeah, Alabama on that clear had guys on all sides of the rink, and they really spread out the Georgia defense, and they were able to find those passing lanes in order to get a breakaway chance. And then, like you saw, Arnold on the rebound, able to get one in the back of the net and take the lead for Alabama.
Well, the Frozen Tide aren't done yet as that backhand shot is shut down by Haugen. We'll get a whistle and a face-off on the left side.
And it seemed like Georgia had a lot of momentum, especially after that first goal. And the minutes leading up to it, they were pretty much in control almost entirely on their offensive end.
Still a lot of game time left, but only 3:46 here left in the first period. We'll see if Georgia can respond within then, and if not, we'll have to wait till the second for more action. Georgia gets the face-off. They'll try to wrap it around as that puck skips past everybody, the defender and the forward. And a great play to try to get the shot off, and he does. Evan Moore barely missing the left side of Jacobs. Trying to find the left side of the net all alone. Well, Georgia keeps it in. Watson gets it over to his teammate in Larson. Knoll behind the net. And the Tide will come up the ice with it. They'll elect to dump it as Haugen is forced to cover it with an Alabama forward right next to him.
And Georgia hoping that they would potentially miss the goal and it would be ruled an icing, but Alabama now getting a face-off in their offensive zone.
Yeah, the dump and chase is really in effect tonight. And from both sides, actually. And Alabama finding success in that. We'll fight for it after the face-off. Who will come up with it? It'll squirt out into the neutral zone. We'll have to reset. Fink has it along the left side, and he'll pass it up. It skips over the stick of Graham Baird, who tries to find an open teammate and is unable to. He'll fight for it along the boards. Who comes up with it? And it's Baird. Alabama comes up with it. They'll get a shot from the slot, and it's off the post. It's off the post. Haugen out of his crease, and it'll hit the left side of the post. And a near miss from Alabama to give them a 2-goal lead. Georgia defender goes down. And a shot that'll go off of what looked like a defender out in front that might have been Baird with the block shot. And now Parente will have a chance with it behind the net. He'll find an open man, and oh my goodness, what a stop and rebound, and that one will go behind the net. Parente comes up with the rebound. Tries to find Bailey. He's unable to. Bailey had a great opportunity. We were talking about his shot earlier, but unfortunately that one just unable to find netting. Alabama has it, and Haugen will decide to cover that one up for a breather. My goodness, what a series of events.
Back and forth, man. I tell you, Ryan Kavanaugh had all day right there in between the face-off dots to shoot it on Haugen, and he was nearly successful bouncing off the post. And then Georgia with 2 really great chances also in their offensive zone, and a great defensive play from Luke Ellis to block the shot. Really great awareness by him to that off-puck defense I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the defense are really putting the body on the line tonight. I mean, this game is very passionate for both sides, and everybody wants the win. So everybody really just giving it their all, as the Frozen Tide will elect to dump it right into the pad of Haugen. They've been doing that all night, and I mean, it's smart when you're getting the face-offs in the offensive zone.
Yeah, they're doing really well on the face-off dot, winning a lot of them, and we saw a second ago able to get a shot off that hit the post, and if it was just a couple inches to the right, it would have been a goal and extend the lead for Alabama.
Yeah, well, the shots on goal are extremely lopsided. Alabama has controlled most of this period with 20 shots compared to Georgia's 6. And they only had 25 shots on goal last night, so obviously just a huge change of events here today. Georgia needing a breather and maybe a little bit of time in the locker room to recoup and come out in the second period firing.
Yeah, you got to figure both these teams are tired. Like we said, aggressive game last night and no penalties this game at all. I don't know if that's discipline or both. These teams are just, like I mentioned earlier, just a little bit tired after last night's game.
Well, the puck will go into the neutral zone, and here comes Georgia. They'll try to get a shot off. Kerrigan's shot is tipped off the glove, and the exasperation of the crowd is true. It was a close call. The puck in the neutral zone. Punzenberger trying to settle it down. The puck's been bouncing everywhere this game, and the Frozen Tide have it along the right circle. They'll try to wrap it around to find the open man. They can't, and the puck is behind the net. Owens has it, and he'll try to find the open teammate. He can't. Georgia gets it out of the zone. Everybody is forced to retreat. Haugen will come out of his crease to get the puck over to Bill Martin. Martin has it, and he'll shoot it up the ice. Kerrigan has it along the right side. He'll drop it off for Sirota. But Tide take it right back. Tickle has it along the left circle. That one's dumped. Tickle behind the net. Kerrigan will take it away. Georgia tries to get out of the zone, and a reverse hit by Kerrigan with a little bit of shoving afterwards. So some frustration shown to him, and it looks like Bailey's line's going to come out. Haugen has it behind the net. Trying to find any open teammate he can, and he's covered by 2 Alabama defenders. Conway finally able to get it out. Here comes Bailey, and the clock expires. We are through the first period. The score 2-1 in favor of Alabama, the bad guys. And don't go anywhere just yet. We'll have your first intermission report shortly, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth. After 20 minutes of play, it's Alabama 2, Ice Dawgs 1. Georgia looked very sloppy in that first couple minutes of play. Couple turnovers here and there. Capitalizing on that was Alabama. Ryan, what are your thoughts on the first period of play?
Yeah, one of our keys to the game was Georgia's turnovers. And, man, after the end of the first period, 15 turnovers compared to only Alabama's 7. That was one big reason. Isaac Hagan keeping the Dogs in this game 2-1 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like Alabama was peppering Isaac Hagan a decent amount, 20 shots on goal compared to their 25 from last night in all of the games. So definitely a point of emphasis for Alabama, it seemed like.
Yeah, totally. Hagan right now with the 900 save percentage, and we need to see more outside of the first line. UGA only with 7 shots on goal compared to Alabama's 20. That first line is the only reason that the Dogs are still in this game off of a great goal from Truman Hagan and off of an Alabama turnover. But other than that, man, I've seen the second, third, fourth line all get outworked in the defensive zone, and Alabama is just forcing the puck onto Hagan.
Yeah, you got to think maybe if you're Georgia, you're happy only being down 1 the way you played. We'll see if Georgia can improve that and maybe get a lead here in the second period. Ren and Nick on the call in just a couple of minutes with the second period.
Back here in Aikens Ford Arena for second period action. 25 seconds left until the puck drop for period number 2. Ren, did you have any thoughts on what you saw in the first period?
Yeah, it was a similar score. I mean, Alabama up 1 that we saw last game where it was tied at 1. And I've been down in those Georgia locker rooms the past few years during periods, and it's a much different vibe when Georgia's down as opposed to when they are up. So I can't imagine what the message that can't be sent to him was. It was probably we need a lot more energy, and we need to get these passes a lot better, finding passing lanes. I feel like execution has been a little lackluster for Georgia so far, at least to what it could be.
Well, the opening draw is won by Georgia, and they'll have it in their defensive zone trying to set something up. That pass to Knoll is batted over the stick. Larson unable to set it down. Knoll has it, and he'll get it over to Watson. That shot looked like it was off an Alabama defender's stick. It'll tip out of play for a whistle.
And already getting some pressure in the offensive zone, which we did not see early in the first period.
Red, we haven't really talked about it a lot, but Georgia's uniforms are just so well done.
They really are. They're a beautiful cream color, and I love any uniform that has the letters going from the top corner to the bottom corner.
Super retro, it feels like. And I mean, with the Georgia State logo on the left shoulder patch, it just looks really, really clean. Anyways, back to game action. Alabama has it in the neutral zone. They'll try to set something up. As Cavana has it, and he'll dump it in. Try to get Peter Kelly to chase it, but Graham Baird is there to have it. Baird along the left side. Georgia gets it. And Larson will try to pass it up to an open Spencer Watson. Will try to take a shot, but it'll go just wide. Conway gets it. And there'll be a line change for Georgia. Alabama has it. That shot is turned wide by Haugen with the blocker. And a nice shot attempt, but an even better save by Haugen. And Conway's pass over to Parente is just wide, and it looks like it'll be an icing.
Haugen playing well. He's been left out to dry a few times, especially on that first goal. And that second goal was just a really unfortunate break there for Georgia, as it was a nice rebound by Arnold to net one in. But otherwise, Haugen staying strong between those pipes and not letting easy ones get through, which is a big help to the defense. And just the morale in general. If you let a dumb goal in, then it can really ruin the energy levels of a whole team.
Conway wins that face-off in the defensive zone. And they'll wrap it around to try to find an open Parente on the left side, unable to. And there's a stick that goes flying. That's Luke Ellis' stick that's on the ice, so the defenseman will be without his stick, and he'll pick it up. And Alabama's Angus Arnold trying to skate to get that puck. He's unable to, as Bill Martin has it now. Martin will pass it over to the right side. We'll chip it up to Conway along the left side. Conway moves in. Nice deke. He shoots. And it's into the chest of Perry Jacobs. A very nice move to try to get around, and it looks like some extracurricular activities on that right circle.
And the first extracurriculars that we've seen of this game, of any sort of pushing and shoving, and a great move there by Declan Conway. That's one of the things he brings to this team, is his incredible handles and passing that one between the legs.
Yeah, Conway is not necessarily a very big figure. He's 5'10" from Lido Beach, New York. He's got a smaller frame, but, I mean, that does make him speedy. As we just saw, Alabama wins the draw, and they'll try to get something going, but it's kept in by Bill Martin. And they'll dump it down. Haugen will try to play it. Gives it to his brother, Truman Haugen, who will then give it over to Parente along the left side. He'll find Parente, shot, and it looks like it was off the side of the net. And if you're Ryan Bailey, you're shaking your head of how did you miss the wide open net? And it'll be an icing. It looked like Parente had a wide open lane over to Ryan Bailey there on the left. I'm not sure where it hit his blade, but it was turned just wide.
And it looks like Ryan Bailey did just shake his head right there, as he felt like he should have gotten that one in, essentially with a wide open net there, as Jacobs was on the other side of the crease. Just a tough break there for Georgia.
Yeah, well, inches away from tying this game up. Georgia gets it. They'll try to get the centering pass off to Parente. He's unable to, and here comes Bama. Chugging down the ice. Bill Martin will tip it from him. Good defensive play, but Alabama will try to get something on net, and Haugen does not like that, as they'll hit his brother, and here comes Ryan Bailey in on the action. So 3 Georgia forwards and 2 Alabama defenders will try to get into it here, but the referees will have no part of that, Ren. No fighting in this league.
Yeah, that's right. No fighting the same way you see in the NHL, but still, if you're Truman Haugen and you see someone take a shot at your own brother that you grew up playing hockey with, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Just sit there and watch him do it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Isaac is the one in net, and Truman is his brother, who has scored the only goal of this game so far for Georgia, who's a defenseman. And we'll have a defensive zone draw as Georgia wins it. Bam will have it in the neutral zone as they'll tap it out. Martin has it. So that puck will skip into the neutral zone. Bama is forced to retreat to try to get something going here. And that's Kerrigan who's out there, who gets a hit on the captain. And a great chip play. They'll try to get the cross ice pass. Man, barely misses the stick of Sirota, and Georgia will just try to throw something on net, and it looks like a puck might have gone high and hit somebody on the left side as that puck goes off the side of the net. As you can see, the Alabama defender limping down there, unable to get the line change. Alabama will drive up the ice as they get a shot into the glove of Haugen. And a line change for Alabama finally. That was Parks Wallace, their assistant captain, who took a puck maybe to a leg, limping off to the bench. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, hockey players wear a lot of pads, but that puck is very dense, and coming at you at many, many miles per hour can still do some damage to your leg. As you saw there, he was barely able to get off the ice in time. And if it was not for the glove of Isaac Haugen, he would have been a lot slower.
Brandon Ing loses the draw, and Alabama will remain possession of it in their offensive end, but Georgia steals it right back. Wyatt McAvoy has it on the left side. He'll try to dump it over to Jake Green on the right side, who gets it in the corner. They'll scrum for it, and Alabama ultimately gets possession. That's Peter Kelly. Slicing and dicing through the zone is Joey Petrick. Alabama will try to get the shot off. Is the rebound, and a great shot block from Tyler Stewart, who might have bailed his goaltender out there. So the defenders continuing to step up and help their team. And it looks like Jake Green might have gotten the edge of an Alabama defender's skate as he goes down to the ice, and the fans love it. That puck hits the skate of Jake Green as he's trying to get off the bench, and Alabama will have possession of it now as a result in their defensive end. Fight for it in the neutral zone. Zachary Knoll will have it. He'll chip it over to Spencer Watson, who dumps it into the zone. Here comes Alabama. They'll try to get something going. Nice deke, but an even better defensive play as that shot is shot just wide. Moore will try to get the puck, but he's unable to, and Alabama trying to keep it in as they try to get a line change off. They'll try to find the open man, and Moore unable to. Peter Jacobs will elect to play the puck. A very close call with Moore right around him. And there's a big hit along the right side. Georgia has it. Spencer Watson at center ice. As the red jersey's trying to set something up here, and it's been a battle of the neutral zone so far here in this period. 14-18 left to go here in the second. Not much to write home about, except the near miss of Ryan Bailey, who tipped it just wide on an open net. I mean, if you're Georgia, you really wish you can have that chance back, especially if you're Ryan Bailey. Watson has it. He'll get it up to Moore at center ice, who gives it to his teammate and Graham Baird. Moore tries to find the centering man. He does. Conway the shot, and it's off the blocker of Jacobs. Georgia keeps it in, tries to find somebody in front of the net. He can't. Georgia will go for a line change. And the Conway and Parente line is out on the ice. Almost an offside. Parente trying to settle the puck, and a very blatant hit and open ice. And a shot from Alabama. And Haugen will elect to play it, actually, and a huge hit. Starting to see some physicality, Ren.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely gotten a lot more physical, and it's kind of what I think we were expecting to see in this second period once guys got their legs under them.
Here comes Parente. Parente gets it back from Bailey. Parente will try to throw it towards the net. He can. Conway has it. He'll shoot, and it hits an Alabama defender out in front. Bama will chip it down the ice to try to get a line changed, and they will in time for the defenders. And Haugen has it behind the net.
And all these hits have been clean so far. You saw a big one in the middle from Luke Tickle, who's listed at 6'4", 200. So he's a big dude, and he took a big, or laid a big hit there.
Alabama has it. And they'll try to get past a couple Georgia defenders. They do. They'll try to get a centering pass. It goes off the side of the net. Rebound. Scrum out in front. Who's going to get to it? And Alabama ultimately gets it, but a great job by the Georgia defenders to try to get the puck out of the slot. Alabama will keep it in possession. That shot is turned just wide. Haugen trying to smother it, but he's unable to. Wraparound attempt fails. Conway trying to get it, and they score. The captain for Alabama, Baz Schul, finds a bouncing puck in front of the net, and the Tide will increase their lead by 2.
Really unfortunate there for Georgia, as they had made a couple of big and really great defensive plays, including some saves from Haugen and then a big layout there from Truman Haugen, the defenseman, to prevent a shot in between the face-off dots. And after all is said and done, a rebound and just able to net one in there from Schul.
Martin will try to take the face-off here for Georgia, or excuse me, that's Wyatt McAvoy. Bama wins the draw after the goal, and if you're Georgia, you need to respond with some type of momentum here to change something. That shot is off the blocker and out of play off of Haugen.
Yeah, the best thing to get momentum back in your swing or in your court is to score a goal, and that's really what Georgia needs right here, down 2. And as we've seen yesterday, the only players to score goals were on that first line. Hopefully someone else can step up. We saw Truman Haugen get one in for Georgia earlier today, but it's going to require this whole team of guys stepping up in order to get the swing back in Georgia's favor.
Yeah, Alabama starting to take those shots off the draw as there's a very nice hit from Dylan Punzenberger. Haugen elects to play it behind his net and support, trying to get the puck over to a forward. Alabama takes it, and that shot from the left circle is missed. Another missed shot for Alabama. Kerrigan on the back check trying to get to him. He's unable to. Offside was waved dead. And Haugen will come out of his crease. His stick breaks, an unfortunate break. Haugen with a nice stop, and the net comes dislodged. One unfortunate break as the stick of Haugen broke, and here comes some extracurriculars. Refs trying to break it up, but it looks like 2 guys, maybe 3 entangled down there behind Haugen. Ren, talk about a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, man, the net coming off, first of all. Haugen staying strong there, and looks like Tyler Stewart will be serving a penalty for Georgia, and Ryan Schweitzer will serve one for Alabama. And, yeah, like you said, huge events there, and nothing gets a hockey crowd going like a good fight, and we saw some pushing and shoving there behind the net right in front of some hometown fans.
That is the first penalties of the game that we just saw, and we're almost halfway here through the second period. But despite Haugen's stick breaking, which, I mean, it isn't his fault, Ren. I mean, he made a great sprawling and desperation save to keep Georgia within 2.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, sticks can be replaced, but when a goal goes in, nothing you can do about it. So at that point, it's got to figure, would you let the goal in or let your stick break? And I think we saw which one Haugen chose. Now got to get the net back on to its proper area.
Yeah, well, the senior line is out there, the captain and Evan Parente.
Also, look at those sweet pads on Isaac Haugen. We didn't mention those, but when we were talking about uniforms, I failed to mention the best part, which is those nice pads that formed the Georgia Bulldog head there.
I feel like the goalie pads make up like a team. Like when I think of like great pads, I think of like Pittsburgh's Marc-Andre Fleury has had some great pads. I mean, I think of like retro pads that some guys are, doing now. I love, looking at the equipment, and a lot of people put a great amount of time into the design of the goaltenders' pads. So,
and they are not cheap either.
No, they're not. Hockey equipment is very, very expensive. Parente will try to find a centering pass. He's unable to, as Conway will pick up the scraps as that puck is turned aside by Jacobs. Ellis will try to find an open Alabama forward. He's unable to, and Baird will have it as he blows a tire, and it looks like the arm of the referee is up, and that'll be a penalty here for Alabama.
Looking like it's going to be a tripping call here on number 22, Angus Arnold, who scored the game-leading goal in this game for Alabama. It's now 4-on-3 here for Georgia. You got to figure that now some of these passing lanes and open ice are going to be open, a lot more room to work with. They've got that first line on there that's so good at scoring with Conway, Parente, and Bailey, and Haugen, the only goal scorer for Georgia today. So looks like they're selling out on getting a goal right here during this time while they have the power play.
Yeah, well, it looks like they have Bailey, Conway, and it looks like might be Parente there on the right side. This is the time to capitalize if you're Georgia. Your top guys are out there. They've only got 3 defenders, and you got to take advantage here. Dogs have it along the left circle. They'll try to find Parente for the easy tap-in, and the defender's stick gets up and out of the way. Parente has it on the right circle. He'll give it back to Bailey along the point. Haugen. Well, that shot is turned down from Conway, and that puck will go out of play. We'll have another face-off on the left side.
And if Georgia wins this face-off, it could be a huge advantage for them, as we know they like to take that shot right off the face-off, and a line change here for both teams.
We'll see who the coach puts out there.
That second line for Georgia's coming out that started this game, and then Bill Martin, the defenseman for Georgia.
Well, number 18, who's, circling by the Piedmont logo, Evan Moore, is dangerous last season and had a couple great plays last night. We'll see if he can make an effect as Bill Martin shot from Moore. Oh, and a great stop by Perry Jacobs. I mean, Moore just putting it on a tee and letting it rip.
I think Jacobs anticipated that one as they were moving it from side to side, and Evan Moore, with his hands completely free on the face-off dot, just let one rip, and Jacobs slinging across that crease, ready for that shot, going right into his stomach.
Alabama wins the draw. Nice keeping from Martin, but he loses edging. He's unable to, and now Kelly will have possession of it, short-handed in the offensive zone, and a nice hit there as he loses his footing. He wants a tripping call, but it was a clean hit, and here comes Georgia. Right off the bat we'll try to find the open man. He shoots, and it's just wide. Oh, man, just wide of Jacobs to the right side. A near miss of getting a goal, and Alabama will clear it in time.
And that might do it for the 4-on-3 here as 8 seconds tick down. That'll certainly do it right there.
As that penalty expires. And now it's just the people in the box for fighting. Alabama still has 25 seconds left on the penalty kill. Georgia has it with a shot from the left point. That's in the glove of Perry Jacobs.
Great glove there from Jacobs. And think about, does that maybe good series of events there for Georgia maybe improve their mindset and help them, or will they feel maybe a little discouraged now that nothing seems to be going their way? As that's the second time we've seen a guy with essentially an open net on that left side of the goal.
Look, you didn't get any goals there, but you did get some great offensive opportunities, and you just got to take that into perspective and figured, hey, we got something going. We need to keep this up. Just bury something behind their netminder.
Georgia just has to be able to execute that 5-on-5 the same way they did 4-on-3, which is a lot harder to do.
Parente has it. He'll try to dump it for Kerrigan, who will try to get there in time. He's unable to, and Bama takes possession of it, but Georgia takes it right back in the offensive zone. Conway trying to get to it. That puck is chipped into the neutral zone for Trumanhaugen. And the puck will trickle into the left side. Bama has it. Nice keep-in from Conway off the glove as he tries to find Ryan Bailey on the left side. Bailey misses it, but Parente picks it up. A couple stick lifts prevent him from getting any real shots off. Warmath will retrieve and get the puck as it's in the neutral zone. Ryan Bailey will have it, and he will chip it into the offensive zone, but Alabama will get possession. McAvoy. It's taken and dumped in by Tickle. Miller behind the net. Miller will try to find an open man, unable to. And here comes Georgia as two guys go down and no call will be had, and we will play on here. Little scrummage behind the net. Wyatt McAvoy not liking the Alabama defender. Dylan Warmoth try to find the left winger off the boards. He's unable to as McAvoy's stick can't get to it in time. Ryan Miller will push. Dylan Warmoth has it. Warmoth tries to find an open Nate Haley. He's unable to. We have not seen a lot of Haley tonight, but a couple fresh perspectives. Maybe something will change. Haugen will choose to hang on to it, and we'll have an defensive zone faceoff for the Dogs.
Yeah, after a big time there with the first and second lines on the ice, getting some of those fresh legs on there, including, like we saw, Nate Haley and Jake Green and Brandon Ing.
Yeah, well, you're watching UGA Hockey, and did you know that this entire broadcast is completely student-ran, from the play-by-play to the production? It's all powered by dedicated students right here at the University of Georgia. We're always looking for sponsors to help us improve our broadcast and support the growth of UGA Hockey in the local community. And if you or your business want to partner with us, reach out to rengrimsley33@gmail.com. That is rengrimsley33@gmail.com, and the link will also be in the description.
Big time out here for Georgia to get some water, get some legs, also get some fresh ice there on the crease. And man, it's been a wild second period here as Georgia's had a couple chances. Unfortunately, Bama's the only team to score in this second period.
Yeah, you know what? The physicality factor of this game is pretty quiet in the first period. I didn't think that we saw too much pushing and shoving, but it's really come to light here in the second.
I think both these teams woke up a little bit in the first intermission and realized that they still don't like each other despite playing last night and being a little tired of each other.
It's those coach intermission speeches.
Oh, absolutely.
That draws one by Alabama, but they can't keep it in their end as Ryan Matustik will try to find a line mate. He's unable to, and Haley will try to find Punzenberger, but he is unable to. Bama has it. Matustik. Schwilly, the captain, has it. He'll try to settle it down. Georgia takes it in the offensive zone here as they dump it to Kerrigan behind the net as he gets entangled with an Alabama sweater. Good defensive play by Larson to limit the chances as that one's tipped again and right into the lap of a fan. And there's a fight behind the net. It's a 2-on-1, and now it's a 2-on-2. It looks like that's Kerrigan and Punzenberger behind the net. Punzenberger did not play last night, but making a physical effect here with 5:53 left in the second period.
And my only question when it comes to fights in this league is that yeah, you can maybe push and shove each other a little bit, but everyone's wearing cages on their face, so it's not like you can actually punch the guy in the face like you can in the NHL. I get tensions get hot, and you just kind of want to push around the guy that you're mad at, but
It looks like the referees will get together and have a discussion with the captains. Parente trying to sort out with the linesmen what's going on.
and it'll be Kerrigan and Punzenberger in the box for Georgia.
Well, that's the second penalty for Georgia, and they will hit their game average as they average 2 penalties a game, and both of them were on fighting today.
That's hockey for you, man.
Very physical sport. I love it. Well, the shots on goal are still heavily outweighed. I mean, Georgia doesn't even have half of what Alabama has. Alabama's 30 compared to Georgia's 13.
I think you can attribute that to the slow start. I mean, Georgia didn't have a shot for the first 6 or 7 minutes. And Alabama's been pretty consistent with their shooting so far, getting way more than they had yesterday. But Georgia ended up leading the game yesterday in shots, and now I can't see a world in which Georgia does the same in this game.
That's Zachary Knoll at the red dot, taking the face-off for Georgia as he will win it. He'll wrap it around the boards. But that puck is immediately dumped back in to try to get it to Ryan Cavana of Alabama. Martin trying to help his team out and getting the puck out. Haugen will come and help his teammate and his brother in Truman. Haugen passes it up to Spencer Watson along the left side. Watson tries to find the centering man, and it looks like he wasn't even able to get the shot off. Another close effort of trying to find the center man, and Georgia's been trying all night. That was Evan Moore, who's had a couple close opportunities but hasn't come up with anything just yet. Haugen, in the midst of 2 Alabama forwards, will help his team out by getting the puck away from the red sweaters. Haugen has it below the net. Haugen will wrap it around to Bill Martin, his fellow linesman. Watson along the left side. No offside call as that shot is taken, and it is tipped off of a stick into the crowd.
And we mentioned earlier the sponsors, email rengrimsley33@gmail.com. I bet you didn't know that I made my email rengrimsley33 because my favorite player growing up was Victor Arvidsson, who wore number 33 for the Nashville Predators, and
Okay.
that's also the number I wore in high school. So
All right. What position did you play?
I didn't play hockey,
You
but
didn't?
I played lacrosse.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay, so just favorite numbers. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you grow up in Georgia?
I did. About 40 minutes from here in
Gotcha.
Social Circle, Georgia. You're from right outside Chicago.
Right outside Chicago, the Windy City, home of the 3 Stanley Cups in the early 2010s. I was really privileged to watch that special game, and Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews, and that's my childhood, and love watching these guys play. I mean, there's nothing better than college hockey. Well, Bama has it in their zone, and they'll try to get it away. Dogs keep it in. They'll try to play it with a shot, but it's pinballed, and Alabama will dump it into their zone. Nolan Bolt tries to get to it, but he's unable to. There's Conway. Tries to find an open man. He can't. Dylan Warmath. Here comes Alabama. Big hit laid along the boards. That's Tyler Stewart, the 6'2 senior. And here comes Georgia. Bailey in. He scores! Ryan Bailey. Oh, baby, what a backhand. And the finish was even better. It's 2-3 Alabama, and Georgia only trails by 1.
Huge momentum swing there for Georgia. Got this stadium rocking. And Ryan Bailey, such great patience there. This is the best word for that goal. Is he skated across and was able to find the 5-hole there of Jacobs. Such great speed and, like I said, just absolutely amazing patience to just wait and not shoot it too quickly and take a bad shot.
Well, absolute just great stuff happening. It looks like an Alabama player is coming off the ice. That's the captain. That's Baz Shule. We'll have to check on him and see what's going on with him, but he'll head to the locker room. And if we get any updates, we'll provide them as they come. But the more important thing here is that Ryan Bailey has scored in back-to-back nights for Georgia, and the Dogs are only within one. Huge momentum booster. Jake Green tries to keep the puck in. He can't, as that centering pass, but great defense by Nate Haley trying to get the puck away from his netminder, and he does. Green will take it now. Green, the chip pass up to Haley along the left circle. Haley will try to find the opening centerman, and the puck is in the slot, but Alabama will take it away. Green will lay the body, and an Alabama defender will fall. And the puck is just bouncing everywhere as of right now. Arnold has it down low, trying to find his teammate. He can't. Georgia keeps it in, and Bill Martin will elect to just shoot it from the blue line to get an offensive face-off in a breather.
Yeah, I'm wondering how Alabama, obviously now playing without their captain, at least for the remainder of this second period. Like you mentioned, we'll update once we know more details. But things seem to be swinging in Georgia's way here late in the second period.
Well, just seems like everybody's spirits. And that puck bounces off the boards. It takes an awkward bounce and hits the side of the net, but Georgia can't get anything going. Haugen, the defenseman, trying to get something, and that pass is centered and just tipped wide of Haugen off the stick of Connor. Georgia trying to fight back immediately. Here comes Sirota. As he shoots it in, it'll go wide. Haugen will keep it in along the blue line. Haugen will dump it in the left side. He'll try to find Kerrigan behind the net, but he can't. As that puck skips, and here comes Alabama. Joey Petrick will try in a beautiful defensive move. It does not get better than Bill Martin's poke check there to help his goaltender out. Bama has it in the offensive zone. He'll try to find Kelly. He's unable to. The wraparound is managed by Haugen. And Alabama will keep it in as that shot is shot just wide. It hits the back of the net. Alabama trying to throw anything they can at Georgia right now after losing their captain. That shot is blocked out in front by Haugen. The rebound is fanned on by Ryan Cavana. As that shot is shot high, and a great block with the glove by Haugen. He can't hold on to it, but here come the Dogs. They finally get the puck out. Kerrigan will go off the ice as we'll get a line change here with 1 minute left in the second period.
And the energy in the building is up in general between both the players and the fans here. Certainly a much quicker game than we've seen so far.
Well, here comes Ryan Bailey. He's already had one tonight. He'll shoot again, and it'll hit the pad of Jacobs, and he'll cover.
And I think Bailey would have liked to do something similar to what he did when he scored his goal earlier in this game to get the Dogs to their second goal, but unfortunately just did not have the angle there or the ability to skate in front of the goal the way he did on that other.
34 seconds left. Conway will ease his way into the red circle. Here's the draw. Conway falls to the ice. Alabama wins it, and it's a race for Ryan Miller, who gets to it back in time. Tries to get it to Parente off the boards, but he's unable to. Miller, great pass up the center ice. Here comes Parente. He's got a lot of speed, but unable to center the puck. He'll try to get it to Conway along the right side. He can't. And there's a shot. He scores! Ryan Miller from the blue line! And it completely eludes Barry Jacobs. We're tied!
Ryan Miller floating that one high, and Jacob just did not see it. Ties this game up. that's what happens when you get shots on net. Sometimes you get a lucky one. I don't want to say that wasn't entirely luck. There was definitely skill there from Miller as he was able to elude Jacobs.
And with 8 seconds left on the second period clock, we are tied here at 3, folks. Just a really fun game. And we'll get ready for another draw here at center ice. That's Conway. You know, Parente has a lot of speed. He helped set that whole entire play up by getting it into the zone into the left corner. And Martin, and here comes Parente with another opportunity. But instead, Jacobs gets it that time with 1.8 seconds left on the clock.
How incredible would that have been if Parente had just skated right down the ice and netted another one, take the lead for Georgia. Unfortunately, unable to do so, but face off here with 1.8 seconds to go.
Well, he certainly has the speed to do it, but unable to that time. Alabama won the faceoff, but it doesn't matter. Time expires. We are tied at 3. This is a great game. You don't want to miss the rest, but we'll go into the second period intermission. Don't go anywhere. We have a second period intermission report coming up here shortly, and we will be back.
After 40 minutes of play, we got a 3-3 game, Ryan. What a period there. A lot of physicality leading to goals for Georgia. And, yeah, what a great period.
Yeah, gotta say, even though the period ended 3-3, I gotta say, first half of that period, man, seemed all Alabama at the moment. They were getting shots, rebounds, pummeling Georgia in the shot category. At one point, the shots were 30-13, and allowed 2 rebound goals. Georgia's got to do a better job of boxing out front here in the coming period.
Yeah, absolutely. Leading the goal for Ryan Bailey was great. It was a great hit right in the corner by Stewart, leading to the goal for Bailey. So definitely a point of emphasis for Coach Campy for physicality in that period.
Yeah, I agree. Get the forecheck going on their last goal on that to tie it up 3-3 with about 4 seconds left in the period. They got a forecheck going with about 15 seconds left. Made Alabama turn the puck over, got the puck up back to the point for freshman Ryan Miller, who took a shot, went top left. Goalie couldn't see the puck, had no chance of stopping it.
Yeah, absolutely. What a period there. We'll see what the third period has in store. And, yeah, hopefully Georgia comes out on top. Nick and Ren with the call in the third period.
Welcome back into Aikens for third period action. All the physicality, the sweat, and all the hard work will go in to pay off for only one team in this period. Welcome back into the broadcast booth. I'm Nick Erickson alongside Redden Grimsley here, and we are about seconds away here from puck drop for the third period. Ren, a great second period.
Oh, absolutely. Energy is so up right now among both the fans and players. Both these teams want this win so bad. You can feel the energy in the building. And I'm so excited to see how this game turns out. And I know it's going to be a very exciting third period as well.
Well, you heard Baba O'Reilly there in the winding seconds before the period started, and gets everybody hyped up, the fans, everybody's into it. And Georgia has the puck in their zone, but it's taken by Bama, who takes a shot from the blue line that's deflected out in front. And Graham Baird will fall to the ice and gets hit. And here come the Dogs. Zachary Knoll has it. He'll take a shot from the left circle that goes right into the chest of Perry Jacobs.
Not a bad shot there from Knoll. Kind of went straight into the Jacobs' stomach, which is not ideal, obviously, as you pretty much have a 0% chance of getting in the back of the net right there. But with his hands free, that close to the goal on a break, not exactly a breakaway, but either way, good chance. And now a face-off in Georgia's offensive zone, getting a chance to regroup.
Yeah, just trying to attack whenever you can here. Just trying to start something here in the opening seconds of the third. Well, here come the Tide along the right side. That puck is tipped by Bill Martin and taken away from Moore. Fink keeps it in, and a nice hit there from Watson. Showing physicality here early on. Here come the Dogs. Dogs will take it into the neutral zone. Truman Haugen has it, and he'll dump it. Oh. And the puck opened up for Parente, who was trying to find something just in the middle of nowhere in the slot, but two defenders on Alabama will swallow that chance up. Parente will battle for the puck on the left side, but it's taken away. And there's the one-time opportunity for Bailey, but it hits off a defender. Rebound by Conway. Goes just wide and out of play.
Some excellent passing there from Georgia. And great job keeping it in as well. It seemed like a little bit of some tiredness maybe from Alabama, but not attacking that puck while it was essentially right there in the slot. And Evan Parente unable to get a shot off, but he still attacked there and applied some pressure to the defense.
Here Conway at the draw. Conway will win it back to Bailey, who can't settle the puck, but the defenders will keep it in. The shot by Haugen goes just wide. Parente picks up the rebound. Now Bailey has it on the left side. He'll try to find a defender, but it'll go into the neutral zone. Stewart tries to settle the puck down. He does. And here comes Conway. That shot is tipped just wide. Looked like he might get a breakaway, but Carson Kamen came out of nowhere and tipped that puck out of play.
Desperation defensive play there for Kamen, as Conway is one of the last guys you want with a breakaway chance on your goalie.
Yeah, I was kind of watching after every single, draw and stoppage here in Georgia's offensive zone here on the Alabama side. All the fans behind the net are heckling Jacobs. It's pretty funny. They got something going where they're all saying hey, giving the opposite goaltender a hard time, as home fans usually do.
That's what home ice advantage is all about. You don't have to hear that when you're in your own city playing for your own fans.
As far as shots on goal goes, 31-23 in favor of Alabama, but Georgia is slowly starting to chip their way back up there in those totals. Conway has it on the right side. He'll try to pass it over to line mate, but he can't. Parente will touch the blue line again, so he's able to go back into the Alabama territory to try to chase Parks Wallace for the puck. Wallace still has it. He'll chip it up. Conway keeps it in, and now Ryan Bailey has it here on the left side. He shoots, and right into the chest of Perry Jacobs. And we do have an update here on the Alabama captain, Baz Shule. He left because he dislocated his shoulder. He is okay. We did see him walking around outside of the locker room, but we are unsure if he will return tonight. He is questionable as of right now. Kerrigan will take the draw, and it's one back as that shot from Miller is blocked out in front. And Georgia has it still in their zone. But Garrett Connor will take it up the ice for the Tide. Centering pass does not work. Bunsenberger has it. And here come the Dogs. A drop pass to Kerrigan fails. They'll keep the puck in, though. Sirota in the corner battling for it. But Kavana will come away from it. Alabama decides that they're just going to try to dump it in and get the easy line change off, and they will. Baird has it. He'll decide to flick it off, and Georgia will do the same thing. So an exchange of line changes. Ryan Schweitzer will chug up the neutral zone. That puck is again dumped in, and it's picked up by Martin. Martin has it. Tries to ricochet it off the boards into the offensive zone, trying to find Jake Green, but he can't. And here comes Alabama. That shot is just wide, it looks like, to the left of the net. Alabama has it in their territory, trying to find the centering man. And Ryan Schweitzer, but unable to. And they will keep possession. And it'll go all the way down the ice. Kerrigan will scoop it up. With 3 Alabama defenders around him, Kerrigan holds on to it. As that puck will trip back into the neutral zone. Haugen's ability to just maintain and hold on to the puck is just great. Jake Green trying to get something on it. He can. A nice move by Haugen. He's in and he shoots. It's just wide. Haugen continuing with the offensive chances as a defenseman. Truly impressive. Wallace has it on the right side. He'll try to bank it to a teammate in the neutral zone. He doesn't find anybody. Georgia will take over possession. And here comes an offensive opportunity. Moore has it along the left circle. He'll give it to his teammate Zachary Knoll, who dumps it around. Tries to find an open Tyler Stewart. And that puck will go out of play and into a fan's hands. There's a souvenir. Can't quite tell what that fan chant was about, could you?
Yeah, so Jacobs is taking the water and then spitting it out, so they're chanting, "We want water."
Oh, you know what? Every single time there's a stoppage, he goes for water, and that's when the fans behind the net heckle him, so everybody getting involved tonight. Well, Alabama has it. They'll get a shot off, and the rebound with an open net, and they shoot, and it'll be tapped away. It looked like that might have been off the stick of, looks like maybe Moore. But nonetheless, Georgia gets it out of dangerous position, and they will continue with the puck here. And a nice move to get around the defender. That was Knoll slicing through the neutral zone. The Dogs will dump it in for a line change. And an icing is called.
And it seems like Georgia's doing a lot better at handling the puck this period. I don't quite know what changed. It's not like their skill level changed any during intermission, but Truman Haugen has had a couple of great plays here where he's cut through defenses, cut through the Alabama defense. And just in general, Georgia, I think, has had a better time not getting those turnovers, which they had 15 of in the first period, which was a big problem for them.
Warmath has it. He'll try to get it out of the zone. And here comes Georgia. That pass over to Watson is just wide, and Georgia will have to retreat back into their own zone to start something fresh. Bailey will chip it in. Fink has it for Bama. They'll try to get it up, and they can, and it's taken away by Georgia. Parente can't settle the pass with 4 Alabama defenders around him, but that's Conway, and the rebound is out. It's loose, and that puck will ricochet off the backboards. So another bouncing puck for Georgia, and the opportunities are here, but not able to capitalize it yet. As Haugen turns that one wide with the blocker. Kavana has it. That puck squirts out into the neutral zone, and Fink will retreat to try to get it for the Frozen Tide. That'll be an icing call on Alabama. Georgia will have an offensive zone faceoff. 13:10 left to go here in the third period. We are still tied 3-3, and the shots are 33-26 in favor of Alabama.
And I want to clarify, goalie Jacobs for Alabama is not spitting the water. He has a little tradition, I guess, where he just sprays some up into the air and it comes back down. So that's what the "we want water" chant comes from.
Ooh, and a near miss there by Conway. And there'll be a whistle on the ice. We'll see what the call is. Still looking around here. I'm not quite sure. It looks like a helmet came off for Jacobs. And he will get a reset. The fans will let him know. And they want the water, and they'll get the water. So, very funny tradition behind the net. I mean,
there's some discussion going on between captains. I'm not sure what that was about.
Parente looks like he's distraught a little bit, but Conway nonetheless will take the face off here. That face-off is given to the hands of Georgia. Parente behind the net tries to find Conway in the middle. He can't. The Tide try to get it out, but Miller keeps it in. He had that goal in the winding seconds. Parente has it. He'll settle down the puck and give it to his defenseman in Larson, who takes the shot, and it's into the glove of Perry Jacobs.
And Conway right there trying to block the vision of Jacobs and maybe get a tip in, but was unsuccessful. There's a shot from the blue line.
We'll get a line change here for both sides.
Really great job by Georgia to just keep applying pressure. Got to keep winning these faceoffs here in their own zone.
Well, the faceoff will end in a tie-up, but Alabama will come out with it. They try to get the puck over to Rocco McCullen, but can't. And Georgia will just elect to dump it. And a big hit from Ryan Bailey. We've seen some pretty big hits from him in the past couple weeks, and he continues to do it here tonight. Parente has it, and he'll give it to Bailey on the right side. Finds the open Parente on the left side, but unable to settle the puck. And Alabama will chip it into Haugen, who turns it aside. Martin has it. Passes it over. Parente tries to get it out of the zone. Haugen has it, gives it to Bailey. Bailey over to Parente. Parente with a huge reverse hit, and two Alabama guys will surround him. He's frustrated. And the arm of the referee is up. It looks like it might have been because of that shove from Parente. We'll see. And it looks like, yes, Parente is going to come off the bench, and he's going to go to the penalty box for the third penalty for Georgia.
That's really tough from your captain. We saw him get a penalty last game as well. So now, with Schul off the ice with the injury and now Parente in the box, both these teams playing without their captains for at least the next 2 minutes. And this is a really crucial 2 minutes for Alabama if they want to get a goal here.
Yeah.
Well, goals have been hard to come by in this series, and we've seen more of them today than we did yesterday, but regardless, it takes a lot to get a goal here.
Yeah, well, this is definitely the most important penalty kill of the game for Georgia, just trying to maintain that tie game. We are almost halfway through the third period, and we'll see what happens. Georgia wins the faceoff. They'll try to dump it, but that attempt fails when Wallace will keep it in with the glove. And a huge hit there from Georgia's. And that shot is blocked out in front. Conway with the great hit, and the arm of the referee is up again. And it looks like it'll be on Georgia again. Wallace fakes the shot, but it's taken away, and the whistle will blow. And it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-3. And that is not what you want to see, Ren.
That's really unfortunate for Georgia. It seemed like somewhat of a clean hit. It's looking like this will be Conway. So Parente and Conway. Conway also an assistant captain for Georgia. So some leadership in the box here. you know, it happens, but it's really unfortunate to see now 5-on-3 and some desperation minutes right here from Georgia. They're going to need to be on their A game and talk defensively, really communicate, setting up in that triangle to prevent any open shots from Alabama.
Well, a best case scenario line here for Georgia as Haugen will take it up the ice. He'll just try to waste some time in the neutral zone, but a great line out as far as physicality and defense goes. And Martin, Ryan Bailey, the assistant captain, and Haugen, of course, who we've seen all night. As Martin tries to poke it away, he can't. And a takeaway from Haugen, so they'll get it out of the zone again. Haugen maybe trying to get a shot off here, shorthanded. He will. It's off the blocker of Jacobs.
Bailey.
And Wallace will take it up the ice. Wallace along the left side. He's going to circle the net again. He won't go for Fink on the right side of the blue line. Instead, he will try to find Angus Arnold. He's unable to, and Arnold will drive it up the right side of the ice now. Arnold finds the man in the left circle. He can't. And Haugen will take the puck over again, and he'll dump it all the way down.
It can be common when you're up 5-on-3 to get lackadaisical and just sort of expect a goal to come in, or maybe there's passing lanes to open, but Georgia playing really strong defense right now, and Alabama not completely locked in.
Well, 30 seconds left on the first penalty, and it'll be a 5-on-4 for about 20 seconds, give or take. Alabama has it. On the left circle. Fink will shoot it over, and that shot is blocked out in front with the right pad of Haugen. And a whistle blows. Looks like it'll be it hit the Georgia bench, so it'll go out of play, and we will have another face-off. 7 seconds left on Parente's penalty, 28 seconds remaining on Conway's penalty.
And that's really unfortunate hitting the Georgia bench, because if that puck had been able to clear, that would have certainly killed Parente's penalty, and then a 5-on-4, and not a whole lot of time left for Alabama.
Well, Alabama wins this draw, so they'll remain offensive positioning. As they have it along the blue line. They'll play tic-tac-toe. Tries to move into the slot, but Parente is there to block it. 11 seconds left on Conway's penalty. It's a 5-on-4 again. And a great penalty kill so far by Georgia. Wyatt McAvoy trying to lay the body and get a hit on, but he can't. And we are back at full strength. A great and defining moment of this game is that 5-on-3 penalty kill, Ren.
Yeah, just excellent execution there from Georgia, staying calm, just executing exactly what they needed to, and wasting a lot of time there. As soon as they got the puck, taking it into the neutral zone and then eventually dumping it.
Yeah, well, I really like the lines that the coach put out there, and as Perry Jacobs catches a pop fly to center field there behind the net, but I really like the lines that the coach sent out there on that 5-on-3. I mean, Ryan Bailey is a really physical offenseman, I'd like to believe. I mean, we've seen some big hits from him, and him paired with the top line on defense of Truman Haugen and Bill Martin, just overall just a great lineup, and we have a little bit of a break here.
Yeah, Truman Haugen, great, both defensively, as he's the top defenseman for Georgia, him and Bill Martin playing that top defensive line. But he's also really great with the puck. We've seen him make some moves in the offensive zone, and the first takeaway Georgia got on their own penalty kill, he was able to waste about 10 seconds just skating around in the neutral zone before eventually dumping it. That's what experience gets you, and he's been playing on this team for a long time now.
Yeah, just very smart defenseman. And one thing that I really liked on that penalty kill was Haugen wasn't just shooting the puck down the ice, right? Because, I mean, that's going to kill you some time, but, I mean, if you physically skate the puck into the neutral zone and then dump it, that kills just bonus time. So just really smart hockey IQ there from Haugen.
Exactly, making them come to you before you dump it, because that both wastes some of their energy and time as well, and those are probably the two most important things here in this game, tied after two very physical games.
Well, Georgia will have a draw there in the offensive end as they lose the face-off, and Fink will have it for Alabama, who tries to find Garrett Connor on the left side, and he can't. It'll go all the way down. Nolan Larson fighting for it along the boards. Baird will pick it up. Puck bouncing around in Georgia's zone. Baird has it along the right side, and he'll try to find Ryan Bailey, and Parente will find the puck in the left corner. Parente trying to find it. Cross pass, pass it to Owen Larson, but that puck will deflect on a play. On a class act move by that young man right there. Giving the puck to the young fan.
Things you love to see.
The beauty of sports. Am I right?
So true.
Well, Kerrigan's line is out. Sirota on the right wing. And Punzenberger on the left. Punzenberger with a shot. Kerrigan trying to settle it down out in front. He does. He gets the shot off, but it'll deflect out of play. So pucks are flying everywhere, and everybody's getting a souvenir apparently tonight.
Yeah, everyone look under your seats. You might have a puck. And Kerrigan there just unable to get his hands clean. Otherwise, he set himself up in a pretty good position there right in the slot.
Yeah, you know what, Ren, I'll tell you, if I was a fan out there and a very big rubber disc was flying at me that fast, I mean, because sometimes they just shoot out. I just really don't know if I'd have the reaction time to get it in time.
I know someone who went to the hospital after getting hit in the face with a puck.
Ouch. And here comes an offensive break for Alabama, but Haugen will stand strong and keeps the game tied. Anyways, Ren, you were saying?
That was pretty much the beginning end of that story. It was at a Rock Lobsters game actually here in this arena, so.
The Rock Lobsters, the actual home team, they split the ice with Georgia during their away games, and the Rock Lobsters, the local hockey team, newly installed last season. They'll enter their second season. And they actually did make the playoffs in their inaugural season, so really cool to just see hockey back in Athens. When Alabama hasn't, they'll try to settle it down. Haugen will decide to just sweep it up into the glove for an easy face-off.
Yeah, brand new stadium. You mentioned back in Athens before. Georgia was playing in the Classic Center right on the other side of the road here in Athens. And then the stadium was supposed to be finished a couple of seasons ago, but 2 seasons ago, Georgia had to play all of their home games in Duluth, Georgia, which is about an hour and a half depending on traffic.
Well, definitely a far drive. Remember those broadcasts. If you're an OG, you know. And just the hard work and dedication from this production team. It's just truly spectacular what a big group of young minds can come together and create. Well, a fight for it in the right corner in Alabama's zone, and who's going to come up with it? Referee's barking at him to get it going. Wallace in there, Nolan there, but Georgia will come up with it. Alabama steals it away immediately, and Kelly will take it up the ice. As there's a nice hit from Martin on the Alabama defender. Haugen scrambling for it behind the net. Another fight along the boards for it. Alabama's going to get a line change off of this. That's Ryan Schweitzer heading to the bench, and Nolan Bolt will head on. So some fresh skates for them. Puck in the neutral zone. Haugen. And that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, you can't do that hit, Ren.
No, head coach John Camp's got to say something to his team now, as that is the 3rd penalty this period. And you just can't have those in a tied game like this against a rival.
Yeah, that's Spencer Watson heading to the bench. Like you said, that's the 3rd penalty of this period. And, you know, we alluded to this yesterday, but we are averaging, and when I say we, I mean Georgia, 2 penalties a game, and honestly even more sometimes that we've seen at the start of the season. So for Georgia, this is a really important penalty kill. The 5-on-3 was great. Take momentum from that or wherever you can find it. And with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left, you gotta fight here and find something.
Another fan getting a puck. Who else wants one?
I do. Do you think they can get one all the way up here?
It would be really tough, but I'd like to see them try. I bet they could, based on the way things are going.
Maybe if they just put it on the blade and flick it up, maybe.
Probably.
Probably not shoot it. Well, we'll have
We have too much expensive equipment up here for.
very
them to do.
expensive. Alabama has it in their defensive zone. Garrett Connor has it behind the netminder and Jacobs, and Alabama will chug up the ice with it. Petrie has it. He'll try to dump it for Fink, unable to. Georgia trying to tap it away. Arnold will get it over the blue line, but it'll skip over the stick of Wallace, and they'll have to reset.
Oh, never mind.
A cross-ice pass, they'll try to dump it, and oh, it almost went in, and a very close call for Jacobs. It hit, looks like the edge of his right pad and maybe bumped the post a little bit on that left side. A very close call, and just because of that, we'll have an offensive zone face-off.
Yeah, a funky bounce there on Jacobs. Definitely not what he intended. And now Georgia with a chance to kill even more time, like you just mentioned, in their own offensive zone.
Ryan Bailey approaches the red dot. And Ryan Bailey gets it. He'll get a shot off right after the face-off. A great move of getting around Peter Kelly. And we'll have another draw as it's tipped out of play.
Still over a minute to go in the penalty, so Georgia's still has a lot of time to kill. Even keeping it in their own offensive zone, we know how quick these skaters are and how quickly they can move it to the other side of the ice.
Well, here's Bailey at the red line. He'll win it back to Haugen, who takes a shot, but it's off the blocker of Jacobs. Alabama has possession. Owens will get it over to his teammate and try to get it going. A nice chip there from Max Owens. He'll try to get it up the ice. Unable to. Bailey tipping it out of the possession of Owens, and Alabama will have it in their own zone. He'll get it over to Schweitzer on the left side, and he'll get it up into the offensive zone. That puck shoots all the way down. It'll hit Jacobs. Jacobs will play it for Owens, who will give it to Peter Kelly. So a slow couple minutes here. Both sides pretty much just dueling for it in the neutral zone and getting it out of each other's offensive zones, trying to get something going. With about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, here comes Alabama. That shot is turned aside.
And if you're Georgia, you're fine just dueling with it in the neutral zone. You're rather that than them get any pressure on Haugen and get a goal.
Warmath will shoot it out of the zone, and it'll go all the way down the ice. No icing call. They'll play it, and UGA's penalty kill is 3 for 3 right now. So far, so good. Georgia trying to get some momentum going, and their defense has been very good tonight. That puck's escaped the stick of Carson Kam, and it goes all the way down the ice. No icing called, and Spencer Watson will try to meet Cameron out there to try to get the puck from him, but he can't. And here comes Alabama along the right circle. That shot looked like it was a changeup thrown towards Perry Jacobs, but he'll cover in time.
And if you just joined in this period, you missed in the second period. Georgia was down 3-1 with just a few minutes to go in the second. And Georgia was able to score 2 straight goals there and go into second intermission tied. So 3:45 here, but still, as we've seen already in this game, anything can happen in the final few minutes of a period.
Georgia has possession, but they'll fight for it, and Bailey comes up with it. And a nice wall pass to Parente, who has it on the left side. He'll skate to try to find the delayed man in Owen Larson, but can't get to him. Finkel pass it up the boards to Schul. Or excuse me, Connor. Parente has it along the right side. Conway the shot, and it almost goes in. Rebound attempt. But Wallace will gobble it up for Alabama. And here come the Tide. Cavana has it. They'll try to get the shot off, but Ryan Miller is there to block it. And the cross-ice pass would have been a great opportunity for Sirota, but he's unable to settle the puck. And Alabama has possession on that right circle again. A nice hit by Haugen. Will turn the defender aside. And Kerrigan the chip pass, but Peter Kelly is there to meet the defender and Sirota, and will get the puck away from him. Georgia keeps it in. Here come the Tide. Schweitzer has it along the left side, but a great defensive play there by Bill Martin, who meets him and gets the puck away from him. Nate Haley to Kerrigan, who gets hit along the boards. Kerrigan, who takes a chip pass, tries to get it around the defenseman, but is unable to. That puck will dribble all the way down the ice, and icing is called.
Well, 2-minute warning here if this were football. And boy, no telling how these next 2 minutes are going to shape up. Georgia right now with a chance. And they've got Evan Moore setting up there. Certainly he's ready for a shot if the face-off comes to him.
Yeah, that's that opening line with Knoll taking the face-off. And
it got closed up as soon as I said that.
Moore on the left side. That puck will escape all the way down the ice, and Warmath will get the puck, chip it over to Moore. 1:48 left on the clock, time winding down, and we saw overtime yesterday with the D3 team. And we might see some free hockey here tonight. We'll see. Warmath will retreat back into the zone, and he'll get it. He'll try to chip it to Moore, but that puck will go over his stick. And a missed pass attempt will go all the way down. And it looks like it might be icing, and it is. So an unfortunate attempted pass there for Tyler Stewart, who was looking for the open man, but instead it'll go all the way down the ice.
Yeah, Bama getting a chance in their own zone. I mean, just getting any sort of pressure, taking any sort of shot you can. Obviously, you want it to be a good shot and not, I don't know the word I'm looking for, dumb shot, I guess. But at this point,
shot. Yeah, that works.
At this point, anything that you can just send at the net, I think both these teams are looking for.
Here comes Knoll chugging up the zone. He's unable to find Moore, but Moore will settle the puck down. He gets hit. And that shot attempt by Knoll is just missed wide of that right post. There's the cross crease pass to McCullen. He'll battle 4 Georgia defenders for it. And that puck will hit Knoll's skate in an offside call from the referee. 53 seconds left.
And it was looking like Bama had numbers there, as they might have been able to get a 2-on-1 heading into the goalie, but that offside call bails Georgia out for just a second to recoup and catch their breath, and a face-off in neutral ice.
Well, here's a draw in the neutral zone, and Alabama will win it. Connor trying to get something started. And dumps it over to his teammate Nolan Bolt. Bolt in the corner. He'll find Fink, who keeps it in. A nice play trying to keep it in. And there's Bolt again, who takes the shot, but it's wide. A lot of missed shots from this Alabama offense tonight. Nice play by Haugen, eliminating the efforts of Cavana. Cavana tries to find the centering man. He's unable to. A nice play by Haugen to get that puck out of the slot. Fink trying to find the open man. Cavana will chase after it, but Haugen is there to meet him. And Parente has it now. The top line for the Dogs coming in. Parente along the right side. He tries to find Bailey, but he's hooked, and the arm of the referee is up. As time expires, we'll see what goes on here. I'm not sure if there was enough time on the clock. The arm of the referee was up. Ren, did you see anything?
Looked like a tripping or a slashing call there. It's going to be.
On Austin Fink, it looked like the defender for Alabama got a little too antsy, and he does go to the box. Alabama will have their backup goaltender, Mackie Donner, serve the penalty. as there's a 2-minute break before we start overtime.
And they're
30 to 39 on shots in favor of Alabama. This Georgia offense came alive late, tied it in the second, and nothing in the third. Ren, what are you expecting in this overtime?
I think it's safe to say you can pretty much expect anything, and that's the safe answer. But, I mean, momentum has been back and forth between these two teams all game. We saw in Georgia's first game of the season at NC State, they lost in overtime in that game on a breakaway chance. It was scored by their captain, who Alabama is still playing without, has not returned to the ice. So Georgia looking to rewrite some history, as they have a bad taste in their mouth when it comes to overtime. But they do have the man-up advantage here. It'll be 4-on-3 for 2 minutes of the 5-minute overtime period. And after that, if no one scores, we will go to a shootout, which we saw last night in the D3 game at about 12:30 a.m. So I guess technically this morning, I guess. And Georgia ended up winning that one. Will Selly hitting the only goal in that shootout exchange.
Both teams will convene with their head coaches to try to figure out who they're going to send out as the opening line. It looks like Ryan Bailey will head out there along with the captain and Evan Parente. And you also see Truman Haugen, their top defenseman, out there.
For Alabama, it's the assistant captain Parks Wallace, as well as Ryan Matustik and number 27.
Yeah, and that extra fourth man for
have.
Georgia is going to be Declan Conway. This is the time to attack. They'll have 2 minutes here, it looks like, on the power play and overtime.
If you'll recall, Georgia was a 4-on-3 earlier when they were serving penalties. 2 for Alabama, 1 for Georgia. And this was the same starting 4 for Georgia that we saw on the ice then, too. So you got to figure this is the A team that Georgia has a lot of faith in to get a goal here.
Well, all the fans are barking in anticipation of what could happen and what could be in overtime. And overtime has begun, and that puck will go all the way down. Haugen will play it for Truman behind the net. His brother will take it. Cross ice pass it to Conway, who skates up the right side. Conway will have it. We'll try to wall pass to find Haugen at the blue line. He does. Bailey has it. He'll try to find the shot is just wide. Conway had a great opportunity on that right side, and he missed. And that puck will go all the way down the ice.
You could tell Georgia drew up that play exactly like they wanted, and they executed it perfectly. Declan Conway just unable to put that one in the back of the net, sending it high instead.
Minute 20 left on the penalty kill for Alabama, and that puck will go into Alabama's bench for a face-off. So early opportunities in overtime for Georgia, and as it looks, Parente and Bailey and Conway and Haugen will stay out there.
And some free hockey for the people in the arena. Free hockey regardless if you're watching here on YouTube. But everyone here trying to catch their breath. Some nervous parents and fans all throughout the arena.
The anticipation is building. Haugen has it, and he'll battle for it along the right side. Tries to shoot it out to Parente, who's battling for it. Tries to get his skates involved. They'll avoid the offside. It hits the referee, and Georgia will have possession of it. Conway has it. He'll slowly go into the offensive zone. Conway on the right circle. He'll pass it over to Bailey, who takes the shot. It's off the blocker. Another great opportunity for Bailey tonight. He gets the rebound along the blue line. Haugen over to Conway. Conway will try to find Parente maybe in the middle, but is unable to, and it bounces out. And it looks like it'll be an offside call. Parente does not like it, thought he was over the blue line, and we'll have a face-off and a line change for Georgia.
Getting some boos from the crowd, and man, Ryan Bailey there with a really excellent shot and really great anticipation from Jacobs, using that stick side to get that one out of the way. And
here
now
comes this open line, and Zachary Knoll, Evan Moore, Bill Martin, and Sirota with 26 seconds left in the power play. Moore unable to settle the puck. A great keep-in by Bill Martin. He keeps it on the tape of the stick. And they'll try to find Moore on the other side. That cross-ice pass is unable to find Sirota. And he'll take it, try to find Moore at the bottom of the right circle. Moore will circle to the left. He takes the shot, but it's tipped out in front. Knoll will try to find somebody, but is unable to. And here comes Peter Kelly on Alabama. We'll try to find somebody open. It's Fink. Moore has it. We'll dump it off. And the Dogs take possession. Here comes Georgia. Looking to pounce. Sirota on the right circle, but his shot is shut down by Fink. He's surrounded by two Alabama defensemen, and that shot is banked off the side of the net, and it'll dribble all the way down to Haugen at the other side.
And with the extra man coming on after the penalty, it'll still be 4-on-4 until a whistle, and then they'll go back to 3-on-3 for the remainder of overtime.
There's Parente. His shot is tipped, and we'll have another whistle as it's out of play. It looks like that top line is back out, and Parente, Conway, and Haugen as we go back to 3-on-3, just like Ren alluded to. Wallace, the assistant captain, along with Garrett Connor, is out for Alabama. Joining them is Joey Petrick. Petrick versus Conway at the red dot on the right circle. Georgia wins the draw. Conway has it, but it's taken away. And the Frozen Tide will have it going up the ice on the left side. Tide have it. Try to find the centering man. The shot, and they score. Alabama will win it in overtime. A great setup to that right side. The bench is clear. The goaltender's letting the fans know. And that'll be the game. A heartbreaking loss for Georgia, who fought back at that end of the second period. But in the end, Alabama outshot them 40-31.
Yeah, just really great play there on the pass to the crease. Netting one in. Haugen, despite being as tall as he is, unable to stretch across and get that stop. Again, like you mentioned, heartbreaking loss. Still able to get one last night, but Alabama able to come out on top in today's game. 4-3 here in overtime.
Yeah, well, 4-3 is your final score. Alabama takes it, but don't go anywhere as we do have a post-game show. So stay tuned.
Welcome back into the booth. It took overtime, but Alabama defeated Georgia thanks to an overtime goal by number 9, Joey Petrick. Not the outcome Georgia wanted, but it was a great game. It offered everything fans wanted to see.
Yeah, just Georgia, you thought they coming into that 3-on-3 overtime on a power play, make it 4-on-3. And great scoring opportunities, but just couldn't put the puck on net. And ultimately, Alabama took the opportunity that Georgia missed on and put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, so Alabama and Georgia will split the weekend series. Georgia will play Auburn in a couple weeks' time. For Nick, Ren, Ryan, and myself, Evan, thank you guys for all tuning in. Have a great weekend.